never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. When I tell you that it's hard, I just mean to be inside my brain. And I'm there 24/7, I can't get out of it. It's hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things.
Rachel Zegler has already been fired from one movie project as she was supposed to star in Paddington 3, also called Paddington in Peru. This all followed the huge controversy Rachel got herself into by talking badly about Snow White and the horrible marketing she's been bringing the movie back. When clips of Rachel's interviews started circling around, fans were outraged as they felt like Rachel was not only given a role she didn't deserve, but also because she's planning on completely changing the character and the storyline that
no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair.
People have been so mad about her calling the old story outdated and calling the prince a stalker, amongst other things, that they've been threatening to boycott the movie completely. Therefore, it's no surprise that other studios have been tuning into the controversy and realized that Rachel might actually do them more harm than good when it comes to PR. One studio was, of course, the makers of Paddington 3, who have revealed that the movie will continue filming without her character. The movie was set to film in the UK, and the official explanation behind why Rachel was booted from the movie is because of the strikes that happened in Hollywood. However, as many people pointed out, Rachel wasn't the only actor on the team who was a part of the Actors Union in America, meaning that if others were able to stay, so should she. But since it's been confirmed that she will no longer be a part of the cast, fans are thinking this had everything to do with the bad publicity she's been bringing to Snow White, and they didn't want it to affect their movie in any way. We've even seen this happen with her newest Hunger Games movie, as well as ever since the first trailer dropped. Lots of people have been against watching the movie because of Rachel's presence in it. Many people have commented online saying, "I can't stand her. Anything she deserves a boycott because she's entitled and wants to ruin love stories for some reason. May her life lack the love she wants to push out of our Disney princesses' lives." Kick rocks. Rachel Zegler: "I won't watch it. She's a privileged, elitist embarrassment. If everyone sees it and loves it, then I'll probably see it, but I seriously doubt that will happen. And if people are planning on boycotting the new Hunger Games movie solely because of Rachel, it's safe to say she'll have a pretty tough time finding roles, and in the future we've already seen some major repercussions because of her attitude with Paddington." But it's actually not the only project she's been causing trouble for. Following all this controversy, Rachel was set to star in an Apple TV animated film, Spellbound. However, the project has been going through some serious trouble as Apple decided to drop the movie. In fact, the whole project has been moved to Netflix since Apple refused to have anything to do with it. Many people suspect this is fully Rachel's fault, as Apple TV didn't want to be the service to host a movie doomed to fail because of her, which is why they decided to jump ship before things could get bad. It's something Disney should really take some notes on, since Rachel isn't doing the project any good and has just been tarnishing the entire studio's reputation. I was scared.
Our actors, dwarf actors, that live, that dream to be in a major motion picture such as this Disney remake. And now, because Peter Dinklage said what he said last year, now it's taken away. He had in the past no issue cashing checks that were made for dwarf roles like Elf and all of that. Yet what gave him
the fact that Disney has been allowing Rachel to go around and say all those things and even badmouth her cast members on live interviews, like when she said that the prince in Snow White, played by Andrew Burnett, might be cut from the film entirely. As a guy in the movie, Andrew Burnett, great dude, all of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. It's starting to look like Disney has lost all respect for its fans and for the original values of the company by letting Rachel go around disrespecting a movie she's supposed to star in and create promotion for, and people have started to seriously question Disney's integrity. Because of it, many people have come to the realization that Disney is taking the coward's way out by refusing to take responsibility for their bad decisions and instead letting Rachel go around and do as she pleases. It just goes to show that this whole thing was about money for Disney, since they initially planned out a very woke movie for Snow White in order to hopefully cater to modern audiences. It's clear Disney thought this would be well received just because it has feminist themes. However, they've taken it way too far, and the whole thing has backfired on them. Fans are furious. because of the changes, and Rachel isn't helping in any way. Nobody wants to see the movie anymore, and it's not bringing in any new audiences either, since the whole thing looks to be a total mess. And now that Disney has decided to postpone the movie release, it's clear they've gotten scared by everyone threatening to boycott. However, it's also made it very clear that this was never about making a feminist movie with strong empowerment themes, since they're very clearly ready to go back on all of it. At the sign of trouble, this shows that their integrity is nowhere to be found, and that they've been letting Rachel do her thing just because she was supposed to be the face of a feminist movement that they don't even care about. The studio clearly does not care about the messages they've been trying to push, or they would have stood their ground. They've even been allowing everyone to send Rachel tons of hate, as the studio has never spoken up against all the backlash and instead silently delayed the movie to make internal changes. It's clear they don't even care about Rachel, meaning she's getting no support from Hollywood, which could be why it's starting to look like major studios are refusing to hire her or keep her on their projects. This whole thing is clearly about money to Disney. So if by changing things they can get more money out of the project, they'll definitely leave Rachel in the D. If it comes to it, there have been many rumors of Rachel possibly getting fired from the Snow White project, and Disney has already made major changes to the movies, like removing the magical forest creatures they had set in place instead of the 7 dwarfs. Initially, it sounded like Disney was planning on hiring actors with dwarfism for the roles. However, when Peter Dinklage spoke up and said that it would be disrespectful, Disney immediately went back on it in fear of losing money. However, that quickly turned out to be a horrible decision, as many other actors with dwarfism have spoken up about how this could have been their chance to enter Hollywood and how it was stolen from them. There are actors, dwarf actors, that
Hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things. And I will.
Why decided to replace the dwarfs with forest creatures of all shapes and sizes in order to be more inclusive. And when the behind-the-scenes photos were first shared around, fans were absolutely outraged. Not only was Disney changing the main themes of the movie and casting a Latina actress to play Snow White, but they were also removing crucial characters like the 7 dwarfs. This outrage, combined with the hate for Rachel, worried Disney, as it looked like nobody would want to see the movie, which is why they again changed things without saying a single word. A new picture from the set showed Rachel surrounded by CGI dwarves, which proves that Disney is completely willing to make massive changes to the movie even this far into production. Unfortunately, the CGI dwarfs were just as badly received, if not worse. The whole movie looks like a complete mess, and the change in the dwarfs did not help one bit, as they now look completely souls, and they still refuse to hire actors with dwarfism. Because of this, the only option Disney would have to salvage the movie might just be firing Rachel Zegler and starting over by getting a new actress who actually cares about the character. Fans might start getting interested in the movie again, and it could hopefully help the movie not lose money. If Rachel was to get fired from Snow White, it's almost a guarantee that we wouldn't be seeing her get any roles in the next few years, as her career will most likely be tainted by this controversy because of studios already hesitating to have Rachel on board. The success of Hunger Games might be the only thing that could save her career. At this point, Snow White might even be delayed further than 2025 if things continue like this, and some people even suspect that the movie might never come out because of how much controversy surrounds it. It's also very clear that Rachel isn't dealing with any of this very well, since she's already broken down because people didn't appreciate her trashing Snow White in a video she posted online. It's hard, and it's lonely. It's very lonely. Rachel has been making herself look like the victim when she said, "I have learned the hard way that we have to be fearless and loud in order to be heard and to prepare for the backlash that occasionally comes with that outspokenness." Many fans were quite angry to hear this, as the hate only came because she was directly insulting a well-beloved movie, which is why so many people wouldn't mind seeing her out of a job. Do you guys think Rachel could possibly get herself out of this mess? Let me know down below, and don't forget to check out this other music video.